Yo, what's good?
Anderson to kick off.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Running right. Here's Sanders. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs. This game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. Sanders, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down at the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
2nd and 5.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. First carry now for David Montgomery. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46.
That's good.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
The tackle made.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Man open, Rice. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. He's going to launch this thing. Wait it. He's got a man. Complete. 30. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. Rice, 87 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Morton Anderson now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Good. Makes the score. Our home team 7. Visitors nothing. Morton Anderson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They start on the ground here at Sanders. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
It's caught by Sanders.
Complete.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Brings up 3rd.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
19-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Andre Johnson there to make the grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7. Morton Anderson to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to let one fly, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes, and his guys have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A quick slant to Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Rodgers pass.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20,
Go
10, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A short kick taken at the 18. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
The 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them, don't they?
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining the...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season.
And Sanders has it poked free, and this is picked up by
Get
the
bailed out,
defense.
you fucking pussy.
And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Rod Woodson with a sack there on the well-timed corner blitz.
It's 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers and going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyreek Hill, an even 90 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
For number 88, incomplete. Rod Woodson on the coverage.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6, and the Bears take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action with Wilson. And this is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Marvin Harrison, 42 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now to try to add the extra point, the lefty Anderson. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Morton Anderson to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
A loss of 11.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Rod Woodson. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Rodgers. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the 8-time Pro Bowler Steve Atwater. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Rodgers pass.
Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Pass. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Fields this way up at the 17. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Why you gonna quit?